Wow, good actual evening to you all. This is oNiD Racing, but tonight, this is Jimmy Broadbent, powered by oNiD, because we bring you the first round of Jimmy Broadbent's all-round series of events, aka ARSE. This is the first official event that oNiD are running in the name of the sim racing star that is Jimmy Broadbent. So thank you for joining us for this tonight. If you want to know exactly what's going on, then we've got British GT3 cars around Silverstone on Assetto Corsa Competizione. No, I resisted the Italian accent to go with it, but I'm sure it can be arranged at some point this evening. And on commentary tonight, you've got myself, Adam D. Alongside me, it's Mr. Johnny Ashley.
Hello everyone.
Hello sir, how are you?
Yeah, very well, really excited.
Good stuff. And also joining us tonight in the comms box is Mr. Jimbo Mansi.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. Oh, you have gone with the Italiano, but I suppose you should do with a surname like Mansi.
Si.
Si, signore. Hang on, isn't that Spanish? I don't know. Anyway, how are you, sir?
Very good, very good. How are you?
Absolutely splendid, because we get to watch some great British GT3 action this evening, which is always going to give me something to be excited about. Chaps, you guys have been in the driver's briefing. Everything go well for the first driver's briefing?
Yeah, it did go really well actually. Yeah, all the guys came in, received a driver briefing as they would do in normal oNiD events, and yeah, I'm looking forward to getting cracking now and see what the night brings us.
Excellent. Well, just a quick check-in with chat before we get going. There's tons of people in already. Heike van der Veen, of course, there with the first chat message of the night. Would you expect anything else? No, you would not. Good evening, Heike. Petter Jelinek in as well. Car 151 tonight. Bernaltegi with a Joe. I hope I've said your name right. I haven't got my glasses on. Hydronox is there. He's loving the tunes, he was. I'll have to find out exactly what that one was for you. See, basically, we have to make sure that we have copyright-free audio for all of these streams, but I'll find out what it is for you and let you know. Oh, Mr. Pinky's here as well. There you go. And Extreme Beef as well. Hiker asking how the leg is. Same as it always was. It's still there. It's still broken. We've got another 2 weeks until the cast comes off. Never mind. And Hydronox is with us as well, as is 8R13 and Pep R as well. So, whew, we're full in the chat already tonight, boys. What can we expect from this?
I think you can expect all kinds of weather. As you can see, it was raining during practice, and now it's dried up nicely for qualifying. But I just
Welcome to oNiD.
Yeah, welcome to oNiD Run events. It wouldn't be an oNiD Run event without a little bit of rain.
Have you got like shares in the Met Office or something? Is that what the issue is?
Actually, I'm being paid by Kunos to test their weather system.
No, you're not.
Changing the name, aren't we? Is it not? Oh no, it's dry. We better fix that.
not quite as catchy as oNiD, but we could go with it. We could go with it. Pinky laughing at an Aston. I'm not sure what Aston I've missed, but something's amusing out there. Ian, hearing a few drivers have rattled after that rain disappeared. Well, it's going to happen.
Exactly how we like it.
Exactly. It looks like it's going to be dry all the way through qualifying anyway. So it's a 20-minute session, Johnny. Anything else we need to know about the qualifying format? Is it just a straight get your laps in over 20 minutes?
Yeah, just a straight 20 minutes. Get as many laps in as you can. As we see, it's going to be dry, and then the race is an hour long, 45-minute pit window, and they've all got to change their tyres once. So just a kind of a bog standard event, really, just to get these guys racing.
Whoa! Nothing bog standard about an oNiD event.
Well, no, because I put the weather in it. That's why it's not bog standard.
Pinky says, oNiD changing weather? Never. Yeah, sorry. Every now and again, there's going to be some kind of changing weather. Now, of course, normally we can sit here and run through the list of names in the in the server and kind of call out who we think's going to do well and work it out from there. But really, we have no idea, apart from the few drivers that we are used to from oNiD Racing. We've got no clue. It's a bit like the start of this Formula 1 season. We're going into it with no idea who's going to be fastest and no idea who's going to be slowest. And that's quite exciting.
I'm going to... so, Pervin's, fantastic name for us to read out on the stream. Car number 420, let's go with that. He was quickest in practice in what was incredibly heavy rain. So heavy that it was slowing lap times down by something like 12 to 13 seconds a lap. So I would say, yeah, if you can do that in the rain, there should be no reason why you can't put a lap out in the dry.
I mean, a man's chucking in predictions when I didn't even ask for it. That's quality. But that means, Johnny, you're going to have to chuck a prediction in as well, because Jimbo's already done it, so you got to do it as well.
I'm going to go WVO, my teammate.
I thought you might.
We did 2.4 hours of this on Friday, and he was pretty quick. So hopefully he gets that Bentley set up the way he likes it, and watch him fly through the pack.
There's limited car selection tonight. So what was available and on offer?
So it was anything British. So we had the two Astons, the V8 and the V12. We had the Bentley. We had the McLaren, and we had the Jag. I think someone is actually in the Jag, which is really impressive.
Monte in number 69. Nice.
Number one, he's number 69, and he's driving a Jag.
That man is just, yeah.
I mean, we love him already. We absolutely
Kind
love
of person that when he comes in from work doesn't unlock the door, just kicks it off of the hinges, grabs his wife, kisses her passionately, and then downs a bottle of Jack Daniels.
Who are you describing here?
Just me.
Yeah, right, you wish.
Yeah.
You
More
wish.
to the fact that I can't find my keys and I just get frustrated.
So you still kick the door in, but then the police turn up and...
Yeah, do you live here? Yeah, it's just how I come home every evening. I've got a locksmith on tap.
And then you swig a bottle of Diamond White instead, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Shetland Soup in the chat.
Wow.
Shetland Soup in the chat says, big ups to Callum and Daz and their engineer, Scruffy. So hang on a minute. What kind of alternate reality, over-the-top professionalism have we just dropped into here? Engineer.
You lost it at professionalism with us, so yeah.
Well, we've got our first lap times going in. It's pretty close at the top already. Old Ben Norton is fastest with a 2:01.0. Martinas is second. At some point, I will attempt the surname. It caught me off guard a little bit there. So he's second and less than 2/10 behind. And then you've got Darren Menzies, who is exactly 2/10 behind in third. So an Aston fastest, a McLaren second, and another Aston in third. If you boys were driving tonight, what car would you choose and why, Jimbo?
Well, I did a couple of laps earlier today in the Bentley, and I actually quite enjoyed it. So I think for the challenge, with this being like a fun event, you know, it's nothing serious. There's no titles at hand or anything like that. It's an opportunity, like someone has gone for the Jag, to just have a bit of fun. So yeah, I would have gone Bentley.
Of course, somebody at the end of all of these events can become the arse champion. We'll explain exactly what an arse champion is in a minute. How
are you feeling about handing your title over?
Hey. But Johnny, what car would you pick?
Nice, just carry on.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll just ignore these days. Johnny, which car apart from the Bentley would you choose and why?
I think I'd have actually gone V12 Aston just to give it a bash. Seems to be quite popular at oNiD at the minute, so yeah, I think I'd give that a go just to see what it was like. Like Jimbo says, you want to use these events to race cars that you wouldn't necessarily race in championships. So
100%. So Mr. Pervins goes to the top by quite some distance as well. 1.1 clear of Johnny's pick, WVO. aka Wilbert van Oosenen, who who I was chatting to earlier today, because I'm going to sort him out his button box this week. He won in the rookies
Wookiees.
series.
In the Wookiee.
I didn't realise we were running the Star Wars themed championship.
Oh dear, shut your face.
That's given me an idea for a livery. I want a Millennium Falcon livery.
For the Wookiee series, yeah?
For the Wookiee series, yeah.
So, I was chatting to him earlier, and I called him Sir, and he replied and said, "That is the most polite I've ever heard you be to anyone ever." I just said, well, business mode engaged. But, maybe I'm not polite enough. Never mind.
Well, we had this conversation the other night.
Don't hold back. Be you. Do you.
I wouldn't encourage that if I were you, Jimbo.
I don't mind. It's not me that'd have the problem. It may be the people watching or listening or
oh no, trust me, it'll be you with the problem. So
not enough. Go in the queue.
Pervins goes ever so slightly faster with a 1:58.8. Yeah.
I'm just going to. I just want to answer Pep R's comment about is Jimmy not in the race. So Jimmy Broadbent isn't in the race, but I'll just give viewers an overview of what Jimmy may race in some of these events. The point of us coming on board was because Jimmy is so busy with Praga stuff and Mazda stuff in real life that he's doing that he wanted to run more races. So that's why we're racing. We're hosting and doing these events for him. He won't race in all of the events, but every so often he may pop up and do an event that we sort out. I can't tell you which ones he's going to do because I won't know probably until the night that he wants to race. So all I can say is just keep an eye on the sign-ups if you want to get involved, and you might see his name pop up. I imagine that one will be quite a busy one if he does, but yeah, he will be in some of the races, but just not every single one we do.
100%, and it'll be great to see him when he does pop in, but even if he doesn't, we can assure you some really good events. So actually, we will tell you a little bit more about Jimmy's arse between qualifying and the race, and explain a little bit more how the series will work, because if you wanted to do all of the races across the series, you could end up as Jimmy's arse champion. But there you go. Mormon, hello sir. Welcome along.
Who let him name this?
You did.
Oh God.
Well, it could have been worse, right?
Well, yeah, that's true.
At some point, we are still doing our team world action tour, right?
Yeah, or the championship of the United Nations tour.
Yeah, maybe not that one at the moment. Hey, United Nations might be a little bit busy doing other things, I guess. But
anyway,
yeah. If you guys hadn't quite clicked that oNiD do like to have a bit of fun as well as some serious racing, then yeah, there's your confirmation. Matheson has gone second, by the way. So he's 1.1 off of Pervin's time, and Romaniuk is just 200ths behind Matheson as well.
All out of an ambulance. He's having a seizure again.
Another one, yeah.
To be fair, if I tried pronouncing that, being from Norfolk, I'd probably just collapse.
I mean, you struggle with. I don't know. I can't.
But why do you think my parents called me Jimmy?
And even that you can't say. You call yourself Jimbo.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what to say anymore now that we've got Jimmy Broadbent on board. So
think of a few.
Yeah, not suitable for stream.
Competition of the United Nations tour.
Yeah, I was going to say the United Nations might reappear for that one.
So 7 and a bit minutes of qualifying left, and it is Pervins from Quiros now. He has jumped up to second, or Quiros. So
Queros
times,
sounds better.
yeah, it does. Yeah.
Can you imagine if you had Queros and Janus fighting for the same position?
Yeah, I think is Shelton in here actually. I think did I see his
No,
name?
but I did notice there was a Janice or Yanis
Yes.
that signed up, and I was going to message you beforehand and say, just practice this one.
It is Janice Pervins.
Ian Hall says you should be called Wish Jimmy.
Wish Jimmy. Fuck off.
Oh, he wishes. So Kiros, I think. Kiros is up to second, about 6/10 off now. Matheson has made a big jump in pace as well, so within 7/10 now.
Pep in the chat. That's Janus.
Ah, Janus. Sorry, Pep. You do confuse me with being Pep and Janus at the same time, or Janus. But yeah, for anyone who's watching an oNiD stream for the first time, it's fair to say that I have made a couple of mistakes with Janus over the Wookiees series that just finished over at oNiD, but never mind. And it might have made Jimbo laugh at times.
Oh, that was when I was ill, weren't it? And I had to go off and have a proper coughing fit and just
That's right.
get it all out of my system. Brilliant.
That's right. Van Oosenen has improved, by the way. He's got to within 8/10 now. Pervins seems pretty imperious out there, though. That's a massive lap he's put in compared to everyone else. So, have we found our alien of the series already?
We've got a new guy in P2 in Romanique.
Romaniuk.
Yeah.
He has a phenomenal first name, though.
Which is... Are we sharing them on stream?
Yeah, it's Adam.
Oh.
It doesn't get much better than that. But his pace is good. He's within 4/10 now, so actually Pervins does need to be looking over his shoulder a little bit. So Pep has said I'll be there for the Worlds and for the Rookie League. I assume by the Worlds he probably means the Euro GT3 League on the Sunday night. That would be great to see you in that. Pinky says, not Hugh. No, not Hugh.
Thank you.
There we go. Pervins is improving, by the way. Flashing purple on my screen. I know you boys can't see that detail, but he is flashing purple on my screen. So that means that he is currently looking like setting a quicker lap this time around, but he's only a couple of corners in, so anything could happen, and probably will across the rest of this lap as Romaniuk takes to the pits. So he could squeeze out for another run, of course, before the end. But nice to see things tightening up a little bit at the front. And then take a look at that from 9th down to 13th. Well, that's less than 1/10 of a second between 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th and 13th. That's going to be close in the midfield, gents. Yeah, good chat.
Yeah, it's good. Hopefully the racing... yeah. It's funny, isn't it? Sometimes you see these times so close and then it doesn't get carried over to the race.
Yeah.
Obviously more to do with the fact that it is difficult to drive within 1/10 or 1/2 of the car in front or behind without having an accident. So fingers crossed we don't see any of them tonight.
Well, Johnny sat in the comms box, so that makes it a little safer.
Hey, I did well last night. You should have seen my awesome Spa race.
How did you get on?
I finished 13th out of 42.
Christ.
27 cars crashed at Eau Rouge and Radio at the start.
Thank you.
I was just about to ask how many crashed at Eau Rouge on lap 1, but you beat me to it. You beat me to it. Pervins has dropped off of the pace on this lap, so it's not going to be an improvement this time around, but he's got plenty of time to go again. 4/10 are good still of Romaniuk. And then Kiros is in 3rd, Van Oosenen 4th, Matheson 5th, Neworth is 6th, Menzies 7th, Norton 8th, Jelinek is 9th, Danix 10th, MF is 11th, M Cart.
Mario. Please tell me his first name's Mario.
No, it's Matas, unfortunately.
Oh.
But that's great. So M Cart is 12th. Kunjabo is 13th. I've probably just massacred your name. Apologies. Jackman is 14th. Sablinskas 15th. There's a McLaren in 16th. Chef is 17th, Chittil 18th, Boyd 19th, Finney 20th, Heidenreich 21st, Marshall 22nd, Danauskas is 23rd. Then looking on my other screen, we've got Lan in 24th, Boss in 25th, Aries in 26th, Belmonte is 27th, Van der Veen 28th, Stiger is 29th, Rowan 30th, Rossing is 31st, Sirag 32nd, Wright 33rd, Kovacic 34th, and Lubinov is 35th. How many did I screw up, do you reckon?
That was good. Everyone, Princess JT's here.
Dun, 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 dun. Here she is. Good evening, JT. Hope you're well. Now, Pervin's...
Little flash of the lights.
Yeah, not quite got the grasp of the fact that the car in front of him might be on a quick lap as well.
Yeah, that's
The car in front of him, well within his rights to enjoy his lap, but we are about to see Pervins put another 3/10.
Oh, he's going to bump draft him over the line.
So there we go, 158.495 now.
Yeah, I think he's got pole wrapped up, so no need for the excessive flashing.
Hiker says the Bentley is weird, man.
He was complaining because the wheel was on the correct side of the car.
Ah, yes.
Told him to just change his FOV, just move himself to the passenger seat.
You know how it's right-hand drive. That's because it is on the right side. What's the opposite of right? Wrong.
Oh,
there you go.
really? We're doing that?
Oh, absolutely.
Is that where we're at on the first stream for the Jimmy Broadbent arse events?
Did you expect anything less from me?
Sometimes I hope, like a glimmer. There's just like this every day. Okay, today's the day. It's going to be different.
It's wasted hope, really, isn't it? Time is running out, by the way. So Romaniuk gets himself up to second with an improved lap there, 59.0. Good lap in that lovely white Aston. So white that it's called Porcelain Racing. I like that. I like when people link their car name to their in-game livery. Now, of course...
Well, like race car.
Well, exactly. Could that not have been any more linked to what it was?
Still the best team name ever. Race car.
100%. 100%. Now, this man, Adrian Belmonte, has not only gone for the Jag, but he has also vomited 3 different incredibly bright colours all over it as well. That is a livery and a half, Mr. Belmonte. Great job. Loving all of that.
It looks like a bag of opal fruits.
You're showing your age there.
Starburst.
Purpose have gone back, haven't they? Haven't they gone back to
I
being
think
called
that was
opal
just
fruits?
a temporary thing over Christmas, wasn't it? I don't know.
Well, who's got the time to do stuff like that?
I did not realise it was possible for you to go that high pitch.
It's a Norfolk thing. When we get emotional, it's like someone's got hold of them and twisted them.
Whereabouts in Norfolk were you from originally?
I don't know if I can say live on the stream, but yeah. I mean, everyone's safe because I'm in my house, but I was born and raised in Great Yarmouth.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I don't know why they called it Great Yarmouth.
Just Yarmouth would have done. Right?
Well,
my mum had a great opinion on Yarmouth. She said if the world had an arsehole, it'd be Great Yarmouth, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
She's not been to Stoke before, has she? Dear.
No, I've been to Stoke.
Yeah.
The only good thing to come out of Stoke was Slash.
Oh my good lord!
Wow!
That's not just a little bit of rain. That is like but look after. Oh no! I was about to say after 10 minutes it dries up, but now it's just decided no, we're gonna rain all the way through.
Oh dear.
wow.
That's the sound of Johnny thinking, "Uh-oh, this is the first event," and "Uh-oh."
What have I done?
Ian says, "Getting reports that some drivers are rattled by that weather switch." You can come again, sir. I like that. Heike van der Veen with the F. Matt Hoodrick with a F.
Oh my god.
Oh, we've got another F. Yeah, all with the Fs. Let's see if we can build an F train, shall we? Wow.
I'm going to be the most hated man in sim racing by the end of this evening.
Going to be?
Wow!
Oh. There's the love that we...
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, let's just quickly talk about the arse, shall we?
Well, it's currently wetter than an otter's pocket. So,
God, I did wonder where the hell you were going with that one.
So did I.
I was absolutely terrified then. I said the word arse and you followed that with, well, it is wetter than. And I was like, no, don't go there, don't go there, don't go there.
Were you hovering over the end stream button?
yeah, you don't need to hover over the end stream button. I can end the stream in one sentence.
Oh, God. Please don't.
Oh, Jesus. Right, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the latest arse graphic up on the screen. I really should rethink how I'm wording this. It's going to go massive and then I'll make it the right size. So you boys in the comms box can't see this, but I'm doing some really expert look at me.
Oh, I'm watching the stream now. I'm watching the stream purely.
That was good, wasn't it?
Entertainment of this. Yeah,
that was good. There you go. So this is the all-round series of events. So don't worry, the stuff in the background is just the guys doing the world's slowest warm-up lap, where probably all of them will do a Johnny and spin at some point during the warm-up lap. But this is the all-round series events. So race 1 is tonight. British GT3 at Silverstone in Assetto Corsa Competizione. Wednesday night,
nice.
Thank you. Wednesday night, we're on the original AC with a Corvette C7R GTE around Sebring. Oh yes, please. Monday next week, KTM GT4 in ACC around Zolder. I mean, that is just pure pain right there, but seemingly a bunch of you want to race that one, so yeah. And then we've actually just updated next Wednesday's event, so a week on Wednesday. We've chucked in the Volvo S40 BTCC car from 1999 around the Chang circuit in Thailand. Boom, that'll be a good one. The following Monday, the 28th of March, will be the Alpine GT4 around Paul Ricard, back in ACC. And then the final round, Wednesday, the 30th of March, it'll be the Praga R1. Now, I can't think why, but the Praga R1 around Thruxton, which should just be... wow. I mean, that track is super quick, and that's back on AC. So we've got 3 ACC events, 3 AC events. You can dip in and do whichever ones you want to, if you like, or you can do the whole series and have a chance of becoming Jimmy Broadbent's Arse champion. So there you go.
Hopefully no one cracks under the pressure.
We really
I am going to buy myself a small drum and hi-hat so that I can just sit here and
very good. Apparently we all commit the big die T1. Let's see you deal with that. Oh, I can deal with that. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
I've never seen the Chang circuit.
Oh, Johnny, tell him how good the Chang circuit is.
Oh, it's amazing. It's really good. Fast flowing, some really difficult corners, but just great fun. I think, did we do F3 round there a little while ago?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I mean, it's in race room as well. It's quite nice in race room to race, but we've done a few events around it in AC. In fact, I actually won a race there in AC. I beat both JB and Turtle in that race, and that was in the Corvette C7R, which isn't racing at Chang, but it is racing. Anyway, you know what I'm talking
We got
about.
a weather report for that one?
Well, all of the AC events are dry.
Did you hear that?
Well,
Massive sigh of relief.
it's
across...
because that's the only option in AC Online. So, yes, it will be dry. But we look forward to some good events coming up. Kid AMN, delete the VOD, boys. He's gone there. Too true. Hydronox RID incident submission form. Yeah. I think the instant panel could be busy.
RID.
RID?
RIP.
Huh.
It's Adam D saying RID, I guess.
Rest in D.
What you do in your own time is up to you, Johnny.
Is that like an open offer, or are we?
Boys, we've got a race about to begin here.
Here we go. Let's grow up.
Out of left field.
Business faces.
Pervins is your pole man. Let's see how they all cope in the wet. He was fastest in the wet practice, but it wasn't quite this wet. We're just waiting for the green lights, and then we will be off and running for the first round of the Jimmy Broadbent all-round series of events. Round 1 here, British GT3 at Silverstone, in interesting conditions. Green light, and we are away. So Pervins holds that inside line coming into T1, and everyone seems to tuck in nicely behind. Although Pervins has run very wide, and Romaniuk takes over at the front. I'm just going to jump back through the field. There is some death. There is Muchos death, actually.
Oh, no.
But it's
Roland Thunder's been caught up in a spin.
He has. Well, you would have thought he'd be good for the weather.
The Jag's off.
I tell you what, I would not like to be driving that Jag in this weather. But tell you what, look at who has got the pace. WVO straight on the back of Pervins.
Oh my word, what has happened through Beckett's?
Yeah, Maggotts and Beckett's have had a big pile up.
Oh yeah, and there's still lots of cars recovering. So that one's interesting. We've got somebody pulling over to the side in Beckett's as well. So I think we have lost our first driver, unfortunately. Let's just go back up here, because look at Van Oosenen side by side with our poleman Pervins as they come out of Vale Chicane and into Club now. They head round on WVO bit sideways on the on the green concrete.
Oh,
Pervins holds that position.
Getting out on there.
They're all pretty brave to be out there in this weather. But look at that, we've got V12 Aston up to 4th. So I assume is that Matheson or is that Newrith? I think it might be Newrith. Yeah, it is. It's Newrith with the Coach Geg Academy car, 630 V12 Aston. Sounds peachy. Let's go right on board. She does sound like an absolute peach. So Van Oosenen, he's having a good opening lap. I wonder if his car is just a little better set up for the wet.
Well, if he's raced in owned enough, he should have a wet setup for everywhere. So,
to be fair, the setup we had for Friday, we expected a little bit of rain. So I set the car up so it was fairly decent in the wet. So he should be okay.
Chris Sim UK with the evening, everyone. Evening, Chris. Hope you're well. Hydronox says it's the Great British Takeoff. Talking of the Great British Takeoff, that is a punt. And we've lost Kirosh and is that Matheson?
Oh,
I think that might have been Matheson.
Oh, there's more people going off through cops as well. And, do you know what? I often sit here sometimes and I'm like, oh, I kind of would like to be racing. And looking at these conditions, I'm okay. I'm all right with just being here doing this.
But we're just going to get a replay of this. So big braking difference into T1.
Oh.
And
yeah, he broke on the curb, and he just nothing he could do. He was a passenger after that.
Wow, code brown for that black Aston that went straight through the middle of the pair of them, but seemingly survived. We're just waiting for the replay to end, and then we can jump back to the live. Here is the live. Matheson with who's car 13 in the oNiD. It's Casey Jackman also running an oNiD livery tonight. So yeah, we didn't do custom liveries for this, but of course I have got oNiD liveries loaded up on my PC, so there might be a few people that have jumped in with an oNiD livery on, which is very nice of them to do. But it is Romaniuk out front.
V12 Aston's in 4th and 5th at the moment.
So Newrith and Norton.
Menzies.
What have you seen, Johnny?
Menzies big moment going through the big right-hander.
There's two of them off here.
Yeah, 2 of them.
How's he working that out? Where's that McLaren going?
It's trying to blend back in at the right place.
He's done quite a good job.
Yeah, reasonable. We're going to go watch a replay of this in just a second because I want to see what happens.
This is all going to get
at T1. So let's have a look. Oh no, I think he's gone off by himself. And did the McLaren just follow him as well? Oh dear. Oh dear. Chris Sim UK violates the no Johnny rule. Slapped wrist for him.
Oh, bless him.
And, yeah, interesting rejoins there.
Got Sablinskis caught up in the middle of that.
Yeah, everyone seemingly has survived that one. So no harm, no foul.
Pervins with the fastest lap of the race.
And he's back into the lead, look. So what has happened to Romaniuk?
He's lost it at Cops, I would imagine.
I would imagine so. We won't worry about a replay on that one because look how close these two are as they head out onto the hangar straight. Now,
wow, there's a view.
Which one of these is quicker in a straight line? It's the Bentley, I'd assume.
Yes.
So Romaniuk's going to have to look elsewhere on this lap. Let's look backwards from Romaniuk because there's another Bentley not so far behind. That one is Wilbert van Oostenen. This is your front 3 condensing together quite nicely here. Let's go check in on Jackman and Matheson and Chef as well. There's 3 cars pretty close together there. But Jackman now defending from Matheson, who we saw involved in that T1 incident not so long ago. These conditions are not pretty, Johnny.
Well, it wouldn't be Silverstone without a bit of rain, would it?
I don't know, last time I was at Silverstone I almost burnt to a crisp. British Grand Prix weekend last year was just ridiculously hot. It's happened again. So Matheson deals what was dealt to him not so long ago and spins Casey Jackman round.
To Van Oostenen, he's making a move for P2.
He is indeed. Up the inside then, at the end of the Wellington Straight. He's just outdone it though. So Romaniuk with the old switcheroo gets back up the inside. But Van Oostenen will go again.
All the time this giving Pervins the opportunity to pull away at the front. I suppose the one good thing is as wet as it looks, there's a lot of cars on the track, so not to say it will be a drier line, but a less wet.
If only it wasn't still chucking it down at the same time, eh?
Yeah, but the cars still clear the water.
Oh, of course they do, yeah. Of course they do.
Which is one thing that always catches people out with pressures as well, because they set their pressures for the wet weather when they're practicing alone or with 2 or 3 cars, and then they go into the race thinking, okay, the temps are the same, I need these pressures, and then all of a sudden they find themselves 1 psi over because there's a little bit less water. Indeed.
Let's go check in on MF and Chittil because that one's looking pretty close, and in fact Kunjabo is nice and close behind as well. I'm still convinced I'm absolutely destroying that name, but look at the amount of spray down the hangar straight. There's 3 McLarens together. You can't get on the grass in the wet. He backs out of it.
He had to, because that orange McLaren was not having him go up the inside and made a nice little jink to the right just to block him off, but then he's completely outbraked himself into Stowe.
He has. So I think that is MF that's run out wide. Yes, it was. But Chittil and Kunjabo still together as they head through Vale and into Club. Lego with the bonjour. Good evening, sir. Hope you're well. Nice to hear from you. And, Chris Sim, don't worry. It's not a rookie error. It's just a bit of fun here at oNiD anyway. Oh, that's a send up the inside.
BVO's just got past Romaniuk.
He has indeed. And look at that. Neurath is coming through as well, so Romaniuk is heading backwards. So I wonder if he's one of those guys that, as you just talked about, Jimbo, whether he's got his pressures a little bit wrong and things are getting all a bit hot in there now. He started off so well.
he got a little bit loose towards the end of, or just before the Wellington straight, and went wide, so it gave Van Oostenen the run to get past him, and then I think he compromised his exit onto Wellington.
So P30 and P29 have just had a bit of a coming together.
That
down the Hamilton
Tristan
straight.
Wright and Damon Boss.
Yes.
Yeah, Boss is still trying to recover. Oh dear.
Oh.
Let's not keep watching him because that's yeah. Sorry about that. Ah dear. These sorts of things that get caught on stream, eh? So Lego says, I'm good, Tar. How are we all doing? I'm okay, thank you, sir. Still got my broken foot, but apart from that, getting there. And we've got Johnny and Jimbo here along for the ride as well tonight, so welcome along. Black Impulse as well. Oh, as Romaniuk goes off. So Romaniuk having a disaster all of a sudden and has dropped from the lead down to 5th in just a couple of laps. So that really hasn't gone well for Romaniuk, and in fact,
it's disconnected.
We've lost him. So that's unfortunate. So that now means that Pervins leads in the Bentley, and he's 3 seconds clear of Wilbert Van Oostenen in another Bentley. Then we've got Neurith in first of the V12 Astons. Not that far behind Van Oostenen now, but Norton is a lot closer to Neurith than he was a lap or so ago. So things just concertinaing a little bit at the front. But let's take a look at... so Chef has just been passed by Matheson. And Matheson's starting to recover through the field after a couple of incidents earlier on. And that is Mattis Kart taking a spin, unfortunately. So I think he was getting involved with MF.
And don't forget the pit window is open as well, so we'll see people. Do you think we'll see people go in early? Or
we have 64 back.
We do.
Oh, although
it's showing him as being in the pits, and he...
Yeah, we've just had another one return to pits as well.
So I think Romaniuk must have disconnected and has come back into the race, and it's put him automatically in the pits.
Yeah.
So
from the way he went off, that may be that his wheel disconnected, and he had to restart the PC to get it back in again.
Christ, can somebody's PC restart that quick? Mine can't.
But then he's just disconnected again.
Ah, it's a shame. Well, Damon Boss and Kunjabo are both in the pits right now. This is your leader, though, Yanis Pervins.
I think Pervins has had a bit of an issue because he was 3.5 seconds ahead of Van Oostenen, and then Van Oostenen is very, very close.
He is indeed. So things closing up a bit at the front.
His last lap was a 2:15.8 against a 2:14.4 of Van Oostenen.
Boyd and Menzies not too far away from each other. Do love that Jensen team Rocket McLaren, especially with the Sky livery on it. It does look good. Every now and again, it is nice to see some of the in-game liveries, which is great. There is your man Van Oostenen. It's a good lap last time around. That 2:14.4. Yellow flag out there. It was for Ferenc Danix. So he's rejoining now down at farm. So Mr. Sablinskas has moved himself up into 13th now. Has a car for close company, and there's somebody else off just before the loop there as well.
It doesn't, well, it isn't letting up. So that has not changed since the start of the race.
No, it's it is not getting any drier out there. So Callum Boyd now with an issue. So just when I say that that's a nice livery, goes and sticks it in the gravel, unfortunately. But recovering not too badly at all. And carrying on down in 15th now.
I think with these conditions, as soon as the car snaps, you're a passenger.
Oh, absolutely.
And to our man Rolling Thunder, he's up in 21st. Rocking around.
He is.
Going steady.
And the man suits a Bentley, don't you think?
He does. He does. He rocks that Bentley nicely.
He has damaged it a little bit on the rear, but he rocks that Bentley. He just strikes me as the kind of person who should drive a Bentley.
Probably does.
He probably...
Yeah, but I bet it's like a 70s classic.
And I bet he doesn't drive it, and he'll get someone to pick it up.
The horn is like one of them clown horns that you have to reach out of the window and squeeze on the bonnet.
I was watching an old Top Gear the other day, the one where they're in the US, no, it might have been Patagonia actually, and Hammond had that stupid horn on his Mustang, and they wired it up to the brake pedal. You just reminded me of that when you said that, because that was a silly clown horn as well.
As I was talking about that, I've done the hand gesture of squeezing the horn, and my other half has looked at me as if there's something wrong with me. So,
as if?
I mean, I would have thought she knew that already.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, exactly. Damon Boss has just had a little spin on camera as
he's
he
had
let
a
some
few
of the
now
leaders
already.
through. So
Van Oosten down to 0.9 though, still closing in on Pervins.
Yeah, it's just gone up to 2.1. So
oh wow,
whether the times are getting quicker.
drive through.
Both Pervins and Norton both down into 2:13s last time around.
Another drive through.
Yeah,
So,
Rossing and Sirag have got drive-throughs.
Right, well spotted, gents. So these ones must be for track limits, I guess, because they haven't pitted as yet.
Well, there was a one of the updates recently was about fixing the track limits in the wet, wasn't it? Because it was quite easy to just run off and carry on, and the game didn't understand because you were going so much slower because it was wet anyway. It was like, well, that's okay, you can do that. So yeah, evidence that has definitely been tightened up.
But I think Sirag's must be for pit infringement because he's just pitted.
That would make sense. I love how we've got all these mini pit reporters in chat. It's great. So Kid AMN getting reports that Menzies is calling Boyd washed, and Boyd is calling Menzies old enough to be my dar. Keep this coming, lads. Keep this coming.
It's going well then in the first event.
Absolutely. Good
stuff. I mean, at least they're in good spirits after Johnny has absolutely flooded them. So.
Hi, my name's Johnny and I like it wet. No.
It's getting clipped as well. Just
Norton getting on the slippery stuff. I would say the slippery stuff. It's all slippery out there at the moment. Yeah. The super slippery stuff. Professional commentator here. Yep. If anyone is looking to sign me up.
Unprofessional team owner, community owner, whatever.
Yeah.
What team are you owning now?
Well, I still own oNiD Racing.
I thought you were going to tell us that you've bought Chelsea or something.
I reckon I could do that for about £3.50.
Yeah. Oh, I reckon. Yeah, but what, you've got 28 million a week wage bill? Good luck with that one. Anyway, I don't know how we got onto Chelsea. What I was going to say was lap time pace is getting a lot quicker. So on the last over the last couple of laps, Pervin's done a 2:13.5, Van Oosten's done a 2:13.6, Neuwirth has done a 2:14.1, Norton's done a 2:13.3, Jelinek's in a 2:13.9, Matheson's done a 2:13.8. So there is, I don't know whether it's just these guys getting a bit more used to the conditions, or whether the track is just improving a little bit out there, but there is some pace.
Well, Norton actually holds the fastest lap in the V12 Aston.
Does indeed.
And in these conditions, unless the car is hooking up nicely with it. That is that's a massive effort because the V12. You'd expect to see Bentleys in most races that you join. You'd expect to see the V8 Aston. You'd expect to see the McLarens. You don't see a V12 Aston in normal racing circumstances, unless you watch our leagues and Hiker is in a race. So to do that in that car in these conditions, unless who knows? We this is the first time we've seen Norton. It may be the only car he drives on this game. So
of course, yeah. Now, interestingly, look how close Van Oostenen is to the back of our race leader now. So this is for the race lead, the two Bentleys, Purvins versus Van Oostenen. I wonder if you are Purvins, you might just think about now might be a good time to take your stop and just reset yourself a little bit. Thoughts?
It just makes me wonder if the pressures have come perfectly for Van Oostenen as the track's just dried off a little. Maybe he's got it spot on. Purvins could be sort of like 0.5, 0.7 over, which is causing him to slide around and have the issues he is. So yeah, would you come in, change the tyres, adjust the pressures to what they need to be, and go out? 'Cause he's got the pace. He's got the pace. Right, I think on a even ground he can pull away, but there's definitely something with the car that's causing him an issue. You can see there through turn 1, Van Oostenen's able to hug the apex, and Purvins is in another postcode nearly.
Also, it's not easy adjusting your pressure and stuff in car while it's so wet. Your concentration, because you're trying not to go off as well and trying to hit all your braking points. It can't be easy.
You want to try doing it when you're racing on a pad. I tried, not possible. Not enough hands.
Don't break your foot, you moron.
Try my best. If I break something else in the future, that's it. I'm just going to jump off a cliff or something.
Can you not use your pad and a button box at the same time?
I could, but the button box is outside in the sim shed, and the PC's now inside because I'm using it for work as well.
He hasn't got go gadget arms.
Well, I have got legs, but one of those is non-functionable.
He carries on breaking things. He might be sort of like the Bionic Man at this rate. So.
I have thought, would it have just been easier if I'd chopped it off and then they'd give me a replacement, but I'm sure not.
Oh, another incident for Boyd.
Yeah, so Boyd just struggling a little bit. So interestingly... Sorry, go on.
Nice to see the McLaren further back. Not anything personal to anyone driving a McLaren, but we're so used to seeing the McLaren up the front in most races that you watch these days. So to actually see Bentleys and Astons and third and fourth Aston to be V12s is nice. Nice to have a little bit of a mix-up.
Maybe it's got brakes as good as the new McLaren F1 car, eh? Maybe that's the problem. Now, these two V12 Aston boys are getting pretty close together again. Now, team name here. Have you got it? Oh! Oh, as Neweth goes off? Or was that... yeah, it was Neweth that's gone off.
Are you okay?
But
that's what he was saying.
Yeah, have you guys got this yet?
Yeah, Norton antivirus.
Yeah, Norton antivirus. I like that. Good job.
Is that his livery?
No, because these are in-game liveries. I suppose that is the right colour for Norton antivirus, isn't it? But the team name, antivirus, yeah.
Sorry, I was looking at the car because the Norton colours are black and yellow, aren't they?
They are indeed.
Or are they yellow and black? Whichever way around. I'm sure someone would argue that. Johnny,
say they're yellow and black.
I think they're gold.
Oh, here we go.
Gold and grey.
Gunmetal grey.
Entertaining this. Shut up. There's a race going on. Come on.
When did you get professional? Now, Mr. Thunderlook, he's now 19th. I mean, yes, a couple of people have jumped into the pits, but good job, Mr. Kovacic. Nice to see you up in the nosebleeds tonight. And if anyone tries to argue that the top 20 is not the nosebleeds, for somebody like me, yes, it is. So, good job there. Now, these boys starting to come through some lap traffic, so we're watching backwards towards Van Oostenen as he's trying to negotiate this Aston Martin, who, well, I mean, that was kind of you. You didn't have to quite send it off track to get out of the way, but fair play. Gap has extended a little bit between these two, but it hasn't between these two. This is Sablinskas and Menzies getting very, very close together as they head down into Vale and then Club. And Sablinskas runs a little bit deep on the brakes. So will Menzies now think about the old switcheroo into Club? Not quite close enough that time around.
Leaders round.
Leaders round.
He's just saved it going around left field.
He lost his all-round series of events coming out of the final corner. And
well done. Do you need to play your little instruments now?
no, I'm going to ask though if I can have a small drum and a hi-hat. Just shaking her head.
Oh,
and not in a yes way.
I'm not going to ask what the yes way of shaking their head is, because I dread to think what will come out of your mouth. Oh, look at this. So back markers now in the way, and they tried to get out of the way as quickly as they could, but Van Oostenen sideways. Good save. These two Bentleys are going at it hammer and tongs.
WVO must be in the pits because he's saying this is fun but sketchy.
No, that's Heike van der Veen.
That's what I meant.
I was going to say WVO must be in the pits as we've watched him slide out of Beckett's into Chapel.
It's been a long day. Leave me alone.
Stop go. Who's that with a stop go? It's not Heike, is it?
I can't see it on my screen.
No, it's not. It's T Wright.
Tristan Wright with the old XG30.
Right,
now, the two leaders, again with some back markers. Lovely job there from that back marker. Sliding out of the way. But Wilbert is closer again, look. You can smell the exhaust fumes from there. John Rowan picks up the drive through. Now.
Oh, wow.
That was close.
And Newson much more confident on the brakes into farm.
Really good for that section. I was did some practice with him on Thursday, and he was so much more confident on the brakes than I was.
Careful with that commentator's curse.
yeah, if he bins it on the next lap.
So Steger's off, or Steger. Back on. Steger.
Horus.
Hey! So Pervins is now taken back the fastest lap, by the way. Oh, as Van Oostenen dives for the pits. Interesting move.
Good move.
Yeah.
Halfway point of the race, pretty much. He may be able to get the undercut on, depending what the traffic's like when he comes out of the pits. And also, how quickly do you get the tyres up to temperature in these conditions?
Yeah, is it worth to squeeze more pressure in the pits just to try and get them up to pressure a bit quicker and do the undercut, or do you risk the rest of the race being a little bit off kilter then?
I think you'd still risk the rest of the race at this point. I mean, he's kind of shown where he's at. He can hold with Pervins. If given the opportunity, and it looks like Pervins could make a mistake. Van Oostenen's been pretty solid. Pervins has had a couple of sort of half spins and slides, so I'd be quite confident if I was Van Oostenen that a mistake will come.
This is looking back from Petr Jelinek's number 151 Bentley. But Matheson still trying to recover some of those positions from earlier on. He's got himself back up to 5th, but of course Van Oostenen has been through the pits, so it's probably a net 6th. But now looking to get alongside Petr Jelinek as they head towards the end of the Formula 1 lap and about halfway through the GT lap.
Love him, Petr Jelinek's team name, by the way. oNiD crew member.
Nice.
Yeah,
Norton's taken the fastest lap again.
He has 2:13.1. 1:22. Let's just both say exactly the same thing at the same time for 2 sentences. It's great.
Or WVO's made a couple of mistakes on his out lap, but he has come out into clear air.
His pit time
will Pervins jump straight in the pits?
just looking at his pit time, and it's about the same as everyone else.
Pervins is going in. Pervins is in. So he's going to cover the undercut. Possibly listening to the stream and hearing us say that Van Oostenen's made a couple of mistakes. So he's thinking, okay, now's the perfect time. I should come out ahead.
Van Oostenen has also got some traffic ahead of him. Look, we're riding on board with Wilbert. So just looking for a way past that Aston.
That's right, isn't it? That he's getting past, or is that Menzies?
It's number 37, whoever 37 is.
That is right.
Very good. I'm impressed. No, it's not. It's Sirag.
Oh, is it?
Wrong.
So you were wrong. Very wrong.
I'll take your first answer. Or compliment, should I say?
There is another car in that spray as well. It's an Aston. But what about our past leader, Pervins? He's still stationary, but he's right at the end of the pits. Look, so he's got a short
the
dart
first
out.
one in.
WVO's just coming down the pit straight now. It's going to be tight.
Pervins is on the move.
Very tight.
He's on the move. I think WVO is going to get this done, though.
Oh, he's not.
No, he's not.
I don't think he is.
Oh, so close.
So them couple of mistakes on WVO's outlap is what has cost him possibly taking the lead.
But of course, he's going to have warmer tyres as well. So if he can keep to the back of Pervins, and Pervins might make a mistake similar to what WVO did on his outlap.
Yep, he needs to put the pressure on.
Here we go. This even though they're showing up as 9th and 11th at the moment, or 10th, these two are your de facto race leaders.
Exactly where WVO went wide.
You can see the grip that WVO's got and the confidence in the tyres now. He's had an extra lap on them as well, so he's just pulled that gap right in. What he needs to do now is really put the pressure on through Abbey and Farm and potentially force a mistake.
So this is riding on board with Wilbert Van Oostenen. This is a net second at the moment. These two were the leaders before they took their pit stops. But Van Oostenen stopped that lap earlier, so we think his tyres and temps will be just a little bit happier right now than Pervins, which is why he is nice and close. And Pervins has just got a little squirrely a couple of times this lap, in the same way that WVO did on his outlap as well. WVO getting a bit sideways now. Sablinskas and Menzies have both got drive-throughs. They must be for track limits, because those two haven't been in yet. It's interesting.
Looks like Pervins has got his tyres up.
Looking at the pit stop times as well. Pervins was actually slower through the pits overall than Van Oostenen. Pervins must have had a pretty good in-lap, because he was slower through the pits but still managed to hold on to that position. Now, Chef takes to the pits. These boys both move up a spot, and Pervins has just moved away from Van Oostenen a bit now.
We've got V12s 1 and 2 at the moment.
We do. There's one of them. Norton Antivirus. Car 12 is your race leader. Neworth is in second, and he has Matheson right behind him now. So Matheson, when in clear air, is really quick, and he's now just looking for a way past our second place V12 Aston. So it's a V12 versus a V8. Two Astons. They're coming out on to the Wellington Straight now. I think he's a bit too far back to put a move on at the end of the straight here into Brooklands. Be interesting to see where he's at when they get round to Copse. Seems that newer Aston is a bit quicker through that section. Here they come out of Luffield then, through Woodcut. I mean, Woodcut's hardly a corner these days, but it's still there. And Neweth in second. Matheson third, but just pulling that gap a little bit this time around. There's a car exiting the pits. Wow, that was close. It is a blue flag moment, but it was also a brown flag moment there, I think. So, Ben Norton getting his moment in the sun, out in the lead. 9.5 seconds clear of Neweth. And Pervin's boys is just pulling away from Van Oostenen ever so slightly.
Well, saying that though, he's just had a moment with one of the back markers. So WVO's caught him right up in going through cops. But then WVO's got loose on exit of cops there, so...
Ian back in with hearing reports that Menzies has put on a set of dries. It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
You, sir, can come back.
Yes. Yes, they all can.
Hit that follow button, sir. We need more of you on our streams on a Sunday and a Tuesday. And a Thursday.
And any other day that we're streaming ever, just
absolutely.
Just come in. Absolutely. But yeah, Evans does seem a little bit more comfortable at this stage. I don't know what you boys think.
I think it was the issue with the pressures. I think his pressures in the first half were possibly off, and he's made the adjustments needed, and he does seem much quicker now.
Although, having said that, he was quick at the beginning of his stint at the start of the race compared to Van Oostenen. And then Van Oostenen came good halfway through, so could the same thing happen if neither of them have changed their pressures for the second stint?
Well, anything can happen, Adam. This is car racing.
Thank you for that, yes.
So
that is the kind of expert insight that you come to oNiD for, isn't it?
Absolutely.
That's right.
My word.
No.
It's not right.
Have I missed something here?
He's doing the Toto, isn't he?
Oh.
Toto, it's a motor race. We went racing.
No, it's not right. Sorry.
Oh dear, if there's any Austrians out there, then I apologise wholeheartedly. I mean, not if there's any Austrians out there, because obviously there's Austrians out there. I mean, if
I
there's
don't just apologise to them for being Austrian. That's like, wow.
Yeah, if there's any Austrians out there, I'm so sorry. That's what.
It's the kind of thing someone says something like that to me when I tell them I'm from Great Yarmouth. And like, oh, sorry. And I have to accept that. That's okay.
It is okay.
Whilst they clutch their valuables slightly tighter in the worry that I may shank them and take them away from them.
Oh, God, I wondered where the shirt was going.
WVO's caught behind a back marker. That's not going to help.
So, got himself through now, but the gap has just extended out again. Looks to me like Boyd is getting close to Marshall ahead of him.
So Boyd must have some pace, because we've seen him spin 2-3 times off the track now, and he's still in P12. Which, yeah, for the amount of times he's been off is quite impressive.
Now, if you're Norton out there, you're putting in solid laps, you're still in the 213s, you've got a reasonably clear track, certainly no groups of cars ahead of you for a while.
Stay out as long as possible.
Yeah.
As we say that, he comes in.
Or just dive in the pits.
Yeah, that was so obvious. He must have some serious tyre malware.
Hey.
I would say I'm here all week, but I doubt I will be if I carry on with this.
You've been trying.
I'm not anyway. No, I'm alright.
Like Como, she's going to kill you before then.
Yeah, well, she's packed me a pair of lead boots for some reason. So, it's not even meant to rain.
Oh, good, she got the message.
Just make it look like
that's why they're made by oNiD. I get it.
The last thing you're going to see is a Sim Stuff logo as you look down to realise you've got lead boots on.
Yeah, brilliant.
Lead boots by Sim Stuff, yep, absolutely.
The new Mancy special. It's overtaken the T-shirt.
Yeah, it's gone from dive bomb to just dive.
So Matheson and Jelinek have gone in the pits as well.
Yeah, and Marshall and Belmonte, and of course we knew about Norton as well. So yeah, what are you wowing at?
Evans has come out way ahead of Norton.
Yeah, if I was Norton, I'd have stayed out. It's such a clear track, and he was pumping in reasonable times. I'd have stayed out until the last possible moment and tried to gain some of that time back on the leaders.
Andrew, it looks like he's got quite a clear track where he's come out.
Zach Finney's got an SG30. Lubinov has got a drive-through. Menzies got a drive-through. So we're testing the penalty system tonight, boys.
Oh no, Casey spun it. No.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, Pervins then had to squeeze between a very slow Bentley on his left and a McLaren on the right going into Stowe. That was tight.
Go Brown.
Beige.
Beige.
Oh.
Oh dear. So Twangang, twang.
We lasted 40 minutes. I knew it was going wrong when you started going.
We're slowly descending into madness.
How would you say it then? Twangag? Twangag?
Where are you even looking?
In the chat, you moron. Twangag says, "What a shamble for me. Set the wrong setup and lost 4 seconds a lap. I'm sorry to hear that, and I'm sorry for massacring your name as well." He said, "Hectic quality racing," followed by a no. So I don't know. Was it a no at me calling you Twangang?
Twangag.
Twangag.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that sounds any better, to be honest.
Well, it's not Twangagag, is it?
Oh, I don't even know where to go with this now.
Oh no, 96 disqualified. Lubinov speeding in the pit lane.
Oh dear. Oh, he's gone in there full pelt, surely, to have done that.
Oh, he's actually said, "Glad you're enjoying the name. It's actually meant to be Twang Gang."
Oh.
So I was kind of...
That's what I said.
No, that's what I said first of all, Twangang.
You did not say twang. You sounded like a guitar being dropped the first time.
Whoa. Hang on. There's a race going on here, boys, and Neworth has got himself a drive-through. So that was for track limits. We just saw him drop it wide at Beckett's, and Neworth, who was in the lead, has lost the lead to Kirosh and picked himself up a drive-through. As
well as a pit stop to do, yeah.
And I definitely said Twangang first.
But you just said Twangang.
Yeah, it's the same.
What's...
No, it's not.
But actually, he didn't say Twang Gang.
Oh, there's a Bentley round
If you see
Hamilton Straight.
Yeah,
and there's a very damaged Aston coming up the road. So what's happened there?
Flappy bonnet syndrome. But if you look, he didn't write Twang Gang. He wrote Twangang, which is what I said first.
Okay, Adam.
Tell you what.
So Kovacic is in the pits. I don't know why, but he seems to have had an issue. He's down in 27th. I think Damon Boss was the... may have been the...
Bentley, yes he was.
Bentley that was stuck. He seems to be not having a very good time of it. And we have drive-throughs for Zeph and for Neworth still to take, and Kiros is yet to pit. So, as we see, is that Pervins coming up on Damon Boss? It is not made it easy for him at all. Oh dear. That would have cost him some time as well.
Thank you for bringing us back to sanity.
Do you know what? I was going to say, that's your community owner, innit? Just grabbing a hold of it and saying, you know what, let's get some professionalism back in this. Yeah. And
it would be alright if it would be alright if then you realise the community owner is me, and then you go, really?
Yes. Now Kirosh is out in the lead, as you just said, Johnny. But he's got one heck of a gap right now. So this is his moment in the sun, and I do like that livery. I do like the blue and white on the Aston. It does look good.
So the garage 59.
Yes.
Yeah, that is nice.
So Neuf has gone through and done his drive-through, and he's still got a pit stop to take as well.
Yeah, that's painful. That is painful. Now, Chef already had a drive-through. That's not a second one that's just popped up, is it? Because
No, I think that was one that he's had for a while. I think he got it coming out of the pits, didn't he?
yeah, but I thought I just saw it pop up. So I was wondering if he cleared one and then got another one. I don't know. Anyway, probably not because he's still showing up in 8th. So Johnny's probably right, and that'll be the only time I ever say that in my life.
I was going to say, do you need
can someone clip that, please?
clip that and get out of my bucket, please?
The Chunder bucket.
Oh, who's that? Oh, that's Chef. He's got 1 lap left to take his his drive through. Yeah, so that can't have just popped up. So
No.
Johnny can't say it.
No, Johnny, I've already done it.
Say it.
Johnny accidentally got something kind of
Oh,
correct. by
Boys
mistake.
picks up a drive through. Yeah, he wasn't wrong. There we go. I can say that.
I hate you all.
No, you don't.
No, I don't.
No. So yeah, Boyd with a drive-through as well. So there's been quite a few drive-throughs as well. Look, he's changed his name. The Twangang. Right. Okay. Answer this question then. Is it Twangang or is it Twang Gang? We want to know: is it 2 separate words or is it said Twangang? It's
Fair play
important.
to the guy. He's gone into his settings on Twitch, changed his name just because you can't pronounce it. You've got to love that.
He must have had previous streams.
Yeah, you've got to love that commitment.
Oh, 100%. I'm 100% behind that. Kirosh is in, by the way, which means that old Janice is going to take the lead again.
That's before Adam renames him Tony Wanglethorpe.
Wanglethorpe.
Brilliant. So, for those of you that have never joined us before, I have got this habit in the now renamed Wookiees League of giving some of the more complicated non-British names a English flavour, shall I just say? He said it's. Oh, bless you. It's meant to be Twang Gang. But I can get behind Twangang. He doesn't want to fall down on either side of the argument. I like you, Twangang.
No argument.
You can come
I was
back.
right.
Just can you just mute Jimbo? Yeah, lovely stuff. Thank you for that. Cheers. Don't know who I'm talking to. I'm in control.
I was going to say, I better not retaliate because I know I'm not muted. So if I
Acting like he was all important, like he had a producer. Then can we just mute Jimbo, please? Who are you talking to?
myself and even
You
though I
were
didn't
talking to
follow
the
my own
cat, weren't you?
instructions. Yeah, even she just looked at me like I was a moron.
I honestly could have responded with full United Nations then.
No,
And,
well. There's a race going on, boys. Enough of that tomfoolery.
Do you remember that used to be...
we don't have that tomfoolery here.
No. If you've come to only for the serious stream, stay for the Twangang.
What changed your
got
nickname?
himself a drive-through.
Oh, I've got too many nicknames already. Who's got drive through? Oh, MF. Yeah, that is Matt F, by the way.
Okay.
But
I'm surprised someone hasn't told me off in chat like I got told off for the Sharons that time.
yeah, but you did get told off by their dad.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
going to say.
okay. Fair enough. Was it their dad that told me off?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Pino Chiron was
bloody hell.
the Chiron's dad.
Even at 38, I'm getting people's parents tell me off. Christ. What a life.
What a life. So this is MF and Augustus Sablinskas. Sablinskas moving
Matt F.
to the inside, and contact is made.
That was always going to happen.
Oh, dear. That's a shame. I thought he had the run on him there, but
He's only lost 1 place there, so and that wouldn't have been too bad on the damage. So
and that was to Mario Kart.
I want his name to be Mario.
Jelinek's gone off at Cops by the looks of it.
Yep, he has indeed. Matheson
You okay,
with
Em?
the fastest lap. Yeah, I had a bit of a hiccup going on at the same time.
Fell off his knee scooter.
Shut your face.
He uses it all the time.
Matheson has now set a new fastest lap, by the way. 2 minutes 12.
He's come on really well in this race. He has come on really well. Like, his pace before the pit stops was incredible. Purvis is having a bit of a problem though, because he's coming up on Boyd to lap him. Oh, as he cuts the track on the inside of Abbey. I was wondering then if we were going to see a little drive-through turn up next to his name, but
oh, he's managed to get past Boyd now, and it's now up to Van Oostenen to do the same. Your top 5 then is Purvins, Van Oostenen, Norton, Matheson, and Jelinek.
Oh, the oNiD MX5 boys must be done. Here they come. A drunk Sammy Roughton and Alex Parkin.
Sammy's got to be sober by now, right?
I would hope so.
As Van Oostenen now goes to the inside of Boyd and puts that lap on him.
yeah, he's closed right up on Purvins again now. So
Twang Ang has given us some more information, by the way. I haven't raced in ACC in like 3 months. Sent it into the pits at like 110.
into the what?
Pits at like 110.
You did not say that the first
into the
time.
pits at like 110 because I was in second gear and slowed down way too late and got a stop and go, and then ran out of fuel and got a DQ. Oh, that is awful. Unlucky, sir. But
Sammy said you defo said piss them, fella.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, but he's the drunk one.
To be fair, one of our community managers is constantly drunk, and we still listen to him.
That's the only reason why he's a community manager. Just leave him there for shits and
I
giggles,
thought
really.
that's what you had to do. I thought you just had to drink all the time once you were a community manager. Is that not the case?
No, it's normally once you become a community manager, you then need to drink all the time.
I knew that was coming, Adam.
Oh dear, am I that predictable?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh, 2 drive-throughs at the same time there.
So
Adam, I'll let you pronounce the first one.
So Danix has got one. That's the first one. F has got one, and right, I'm going to give it a go now.
L3 Clark says community sesh manager. Oh, that's a brilliant title. I might have to rename Willie that. And Princess JT says she wishes she was always drunk.
Yes.
Oh, Purvins has lost it.
Hang on, that's Purvins. Sorry, I was just about to have a go at that name, and then didn't.
Got away with it again. Oh, and he spun it again, trying to get back on.
So that's a replay of the first spin. So Van Oostenen's through. And then, yeah, we missed the second spin watching the replay, but that's...
So Norton's got in front of Purvins as well.
He has indeed. So that's a terrible, terrible moment for Janice Purvins.
8.5 minutes to go. And he's done that. Oh, he was driving so well in the second half as well.
So your new leader is this man here, Wilbert Van Oostenen. So go on, WVO. And the third drive-through, by the way, was for Mr. Kucioskas. Kucioskas? Kucioskas.
I have no idea. I'm not going to murder it.
Kucioskas.
I'm just not even going to try and murder that.
Kucioskas. That's what we're going to go with. Kucioskas.
Purvins is off again at Cops.
Alt White has said, I have no idea what's going on in the race, but the commentary does seem entertaining. Carry on.
It's a bit like us, really. Yeah. I've got no idea what's going on in the race.
Oh, dear.
Oh, so Van Oostenen leads.
Twang Ang saying...
This guy... Oh, here we go. It was Twang Ang's again.
Well, Twang Ang's saying that the pronunciation was about right, but I want to know which one of the 900 attempts I made was the right one. Yeah, so Van Oostenen through on another back marker and into there. He's got 7.8 seconds on Norton now.
Yeah, Norton's caught him up like 2 seconds in probably the last 2 laps. So
we've got Menzies with a drive-through. That's a second drive-through for Menzies, isn't it?
I think you already had one.
That's why I said it's the second.
No, as in that one was already there. He was one of the 3.
Oh, that's just flashed up.
See, this is what happened with me with Chef. I saw it flash up, but it was already there. Some kind of spooky monster out there, I think.
Who's that going slow? Oh, it's Newith.
Can you imagine if we did this drunk?
I don't think it would sound much different.
No, I was just
To be
thinking
fair.
it might be a step up on this.
Well, no, we'd have an excuse. That would be something.
Hang on a minute. Somebody in the world has just got everything very, very wrong. So Black Impulse has just said, Adam, I coach you in speaking out German names, and you show me how to drive.
There's a reason that Adam's not one of the rookie coaches.
You're more than welcome to teach me to say
he-
German names, but
He's a Wookiee coach, isn't he?
no. Yes, me and driving, we're not that close together.
So I'll tell you what is going to be interesting is, and Jimmy touched on it earlier, was Matheson is very, very quick. He could take, he's only less than a second. Oh, I just need to give him the commentator's curse. He's less than a second away from Pervins now, so he'll be looking for that podium. And
Really?
Norton's lost a little bit of time to Van Oosenen as well. So
They're only 2 seconds behind Norton as well, so has he got enough to pull in 3 seconds?
In fact, right now, so we're on board with Matheson, and that is, if you can see through the spray, that is Pervins directly in front. As we came through Beckett's, I saw the yellow flash of Norton. There's Norton at just going into Stowe as well. So,
Thought it was gold. Is it not gold?
Black Impulse says, "I believe in Adam." Listen, all right, that's a
In Adam
lovely,
we trust.
lovely thing of you to say, but don't believe in me. Oh, with a
With the
controller, he
controller.
believes in me with a controller. Do you know what? I was almost quicker with the controller around Zolder than I was with my actual feet. Good.
as Norton goes a little bit wide there,
I was just trying to compartmentalise Adam's sentence then, that I was faster with the controller than I was my feet.
Almost.
And all I had this image of was him using his feet on the controller. And then
Well,
he doesn't
at the
have a wheel
moment,
and pedals.
Yeah.
how is the knee scooter, Adam?
Knee scooter, yeah. She's good, thanks.
Have you named her like Vettel names his cars?
No, Nice Cooter.
I think if you were going to name it a knee
Old
scooter, Barbara. It'd have to be Barbara.
So apparently old man Menzies is not doing too bad considering he's had to skip his 9 PM Horlicks for this race.
There's no one set him up with like a camel pack. Just filled it with Horlicks.
Talking of Matheson's pace, by the way, a 2:12.0 now. So it was a 2:13.3 on the last lap, but the lap before that was a 2:12.0. So the man is quick. You're absolutely right. See, every now and again I try and pull it back to the race.
That was a good effort.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, you two feel free to join
We
in
are
at some point as
actually
well,
only
yeah?
2 minutes and 20 seconds left.
Wow. How long was this race? 20 minutes?
60-minute race it was.
Look at Matheson.
There goes Matheson.
So, Pervin's got it all
I don't think
sideways.
is he going to go back for that? Oh,
It's all done. That's done and
why has
dusted.
he gone so defensive into there? He's
Oh.
lost the position now.
Yeah, Pervins comes back up the inside. There's
Oh,
contact.
oh, no. And Pervins came off worse, didn't
Yeah,
he?
Pervins into the Ericsson barrier.
I think that was always going to happen in these conditions. So hard to keep the cars that close together when they're twitching like that.
Matheson up to third then.
And we are going to have one more lap after this.
Boyd closing in on an MF Doom.
Oh dear. By the way, I'm not sure if any of you are not followers, but feel free to hit that follow button on Twitch. think somebody's turned my alerts off. So if you have been following, the Twangang with the follow. Thank you. Yeah, if any of you have been following tonight, then my alerts sound was turned off, so I haven't seen it pop up. So I apologise if I haven't said thank you. I've just turned alerts back on.
Weren't alerted of my 5-month streak.
No, I saw it, but it was Prime, so it doesn't count, right?
Mine's not Prime.
Oh, isn't it? Oh, I'm ever so sorry then. Thank you for your subscription, Mr. Community Manager.
And Menzies must have thought, I've had enough, I'm going for me Horlicks, because he's been disqualified for track limits, unfortunately.
Oh, that's a shame.
How good is this Horlicks if he can only go 17 minutes after he was meant to have it? And that's it. Then he's just like, no, sack it off. I'm not waiting any longer.
It's like you with your whiskey, though, isn't it?
Pretty much.
So, Sammy Dudar with a gifted Tier 1 sub, and he's given it to Jacques Morel. So, well done, Sammy. Love it. Van der Veen in the top 20. Yeah, good spot there, parking. Man's having a good night. What a
legend.
He's done well there.
Van Oostenen's then, he's going to be, he's on the last lap.
Yep, and that was 2 different cars we were looking at there.
Oh, there's cars coming together in front of him, and they're not moving out of the way. Well, one of them has now.
I think that's Zach Finney directly in front of him. It is in the 722.
He's got
McLaren.
8-9 seconds on the car behind, so he can afford to just sort of roll off and
out. Yeah. Ooh, is that Matheson right on the back of Norton? No, it's not. No, there's a back marker in between them. So we'll stick with Van Oostenen, who is probably 2/3 of the way round his final lap. A Twangang wants a milk truck race. I'm down with that.
With Van Oostenen, he's certainly someone who, since joining oNiD, has just flourished massively. He's gone through a season of rookies, and even though he didn't win the rookies, he was always there at the front in pretty much every race. But obviously the guy that did the most laps of practice, racing and everything through the rookie season. But he's now won one of our social events, and he's about to win the first Jimmy Broadbent event as well.
He's indeed. Here he comes out the final corner then. So we want a big flash of lights, Mr. WVO. Because this is a win in round 1. And there is the flash. Thank you. A win in round 1 of the Jimmy Broadbent all-round series of events. And yes, I did say Broadbend by mistake. It's supposed to be Broadbent. That's not because I got his name wrong. It's just because I can't talk tonight. But Norton comes across the line in second. Matheson third. Purvins. I feel sorry for Purvins, chaps. What about you?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a come together. And he's,
I think he's just made his feelings quite clear.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would have done in his situation, I think.
I look like one of Johnny's warm-up laps.
As we see Kirosh come across the line in 5th. Good job there.
He's muted himself and shouting everything.
WVO
across the line in 6th.
WVO wants an interview.
Yes. Let's do it. Can we bring him in here?
Can we?
Johnny is the man
no, we
that
should
has
be
all the
able to,
buttons.
because he's in...
If he joins the admin and incident voice channel, I can drag him in.
Right, WVO, join the instant voice channel.
Is he? Do you know he's watching the stream?
So,
I think Mr. Shelton is, and Shelton's been his race engineer all night.
yes. In fact, Shelton was saying I was trying to keep a straight face while giving WVO info on the race. Well, you guys are making me laugh every 5 minutes. Sorry. Sammy Dudar, I thought I was the drunk one, Adam. Yeah, whatever.
Adam, show car number 37.
Car number 37. Coloured Dolphin, thanks for the follow, by the way. Car number 37.
Fantastic development this is.
Sirag. There we go. Coming across the line now. There we go. So, yeah. Scruffy Con says, I failed as the engineer there. My bad, lads. Great race. Black Impulse. Nice race. Nice comms. Now I'm back to bed. Yeah, sounds good. Hope you start to feel better soon, sir. Disaster, that sounds like Johnny's warm-up lap. Call on the dries at Scruffy Con. Thanks, guys. First stint in the rain for Rouser. Crazy fun. Enjoyed it once again, guys. Thank you. That's from John Rowan. Coloured Dolphin. God, that was an awful race for me. Didn't recover after that huge crash at Maggots. Oh, what a shame. Atty Jelinek enjoyed himself. Amazing, crazy race. Shout him with the all honour to WVO. He did the race. I just told him to go fast.
Can we just jump in oNiD Arms and get WVO in?
Yes, we can. So we're all off to the pub apparently, but stay with us because we're going to take you along for the ride as well. The oNiD Arms is the pub within oNiD. So I've just moved myself into there. So we are waiting for WVO to come join us as well. So just following up on everything else in the chat. See WVO, you're there. I'll come to you in just a second. Rusty Plastic, wet racing is always fun. Hiker with a top 20. Good job, that man. Christy C92 with a follow. Thank you, sir. Boaty McBoatson, great comms, lads. I'm very happy with my P5. Yeah, good job. Cousinny. GG guys, I did it so I don't have to do interviews. I assume we know who you are then, but there we go, good job. And CRB94 with the follow as well. So, right, before I carry on chatting with the chat, let's chat with our winner, WVO.
Hello.
Well done, that man. A win. That's what, your second win in a week?
Yeah, I think so. It's the second win in a social event, so doing well.
Well,
I'm going really good.
How does it feel to be an arse winner?
Well, the wets, I didn't predicted the wets, so the first stint was just a general guess for tire pressures. That was quite good. And then the second stint, I forgot to remember what my tire pressures were on the start. So the second stint, I fucked up my my tire pressures.
And there was us being so polite with our language all night. Carry on.
You
Sorry.
snorted in the background.
That was me.
Definitely.
Well,
An imbecile. I was doing great.
Oh, hang on. I hear another voice.
It's Mr. Thunder.
Yes,
Mr.
can you
Thunder,
hear me?
we are live on stream. Hello.
Oh, hello. I didn't say anything nasty, did I? Except that I'm an imbecile, yes.
It's okay.
Which is true, everybody knows that.
Self-insults are accepted. That's fine.
Sorry, I didn't know you were up. Oh, I thought everybody moved right now. Well, thank you very much for your lovely commentating, guys, and the lovely driving. It was truly a pleasure. Yes, and I have to draw some lessons from this, and I will leave you to it.
Cheers, Thunder Buddy. Thanks,
See you,
mate.
Thunder.
Guys.
Adam's gone. Adam has absolutely lost it.
Somebody else talk to WVO.
WVO, as my teammate, I was pleased to see you get another win. That's what, 2 social wins and 2 endurance wins now to your name. Brilliant stuff, mate. How did you find the conditions? Was it? It looked pretty challenging. It wouldn't be a Johnny server without a bit of rain, would it?
No.
That's why he won.
I told Janus.
Oh, nearly.
And I already told him, like, put in the chat, in the stream chat, and say from WVO, it's your fault, Johnny.
Yeah, it usually is. Yeah, I didn't think the weather would be quite as bad as it was.
Well, don't say that too quick though, because there were puddles everywhere. The moment when you get off the racing line, the car was basically unsteerable, and I think I lost the name from the guy that was running in front. Evans. And he, I think he hit a puddle on the moment he spun around in the last bit. He was a little wide there, so if he didn't do that, I wouldn't have won. To be honest, like COVID hit me just today, so and I wasn't prepared for wet setup, so I'm pretty pleased that I won this night.
That's a really good job. I'm back. I've kind of recovered, although parking almost set me back off again by saying it was raining so hard it was pitting it down. Yeah, thank you for that.
Was that a joke?
Yes, because I said piss instead of pit earlier.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good twist.
I know it's a bit of an
him.
intelligent one for you to get, but it was good. Well done, parking. I got it.
Oh, okay. I'm being insulted by someone that can't talk. Brilliant.
Shouting, by the way, is saying to you, WVO, he feels like a proud dad. So what was Mr. Shouting doing to help you in the background?
To be honest, I was cursing around after the pit stop. I was cursing around at the traffic that I got in front of me. That was not in my tactics, to be honest. And after that, I was cursing at my tire pressures because those were not good. Let's stay nice. And he said, like, keep pushing, keep yourself calm, and stuff like that. And, well, it worked. I got it in the end.
You did, and not by a small margin in the end. It's a really good result. If it had been much longer, I think there was Matheson was pretty quick up behind, but he still had another place to make up, and it wasn't a longer race, so you won it. Well done, sir.
Thank you. And also thanks for sending up that button box already.
Aha, it's not ready yet. I've got to build it first, but it will go out this week.
Oh.
Don't worry.
Do I get it with duct tape then?
He knew that. He knew that. He's just dropping a friendly reminder.
No, I've messaged him today, and I've been polite, and I've asked for his address and everything. I'm on it.
Yeah. Well, that was the first time that I was looking like, what? Can this guy be polite? What?
Oh, he told us about this. That he called you
did.
sir.
Oh, yeah. I was really pleased with that. I feel myself with the king.
You are the king, that's why. And you keep winning races like this, and you will be crowned the king before too long. Good job, that man. Good job.
Thank you.
So, boys in the comms box, I suppose it's probably time for us to just about finish this one off. Johnny, do you want to just remind people of the next Arse event and how they can get involved?
Yeah, so we have got the next event is on Wednesday. It is the CR7 Corvette, and we are racing around. I can't remember where are we racing around.
Sebring.
Sebring, yeah. So if you do want to get involved, head over to SGP. The sign up is on Jimmy Broadbent's SGP page. Pop in, say hello, get yourself signed up. We've got 13 or 14 drivers signed up for that one. I'm sure we'll get a few more before the day as well. So, yeah, it'd be a good one. And there's plenty more events to get involved with, and there's plenty more planned as well over the next few weeks and months.
Oh, there is. This is a mere taster of what is to come. We thought we'd get started with some social events and a little series here just to whet your appetite, but there is plenty to come from the Jimmy Broadbent powered by oNiD events on SGP. As for tonight, I think we are pretty much done. So, Johnny, you pleased with how things have gone?
Yeah, very pleased. Yeah, no, it was really good first event, really good first showing. Plenty of people turned up. So here's to many more. Absolutely, Jimbo. Thoughts on tonight?
As ever, thoroughly enjoyed the commentary with you two. Topped by Thunder just dropping in casually to let us know all that he's an imbecile in the way that he drove. So, but no, honestly, really impressed with the turnout. And to be fair, when I saw the conditions at the start of the race, I'll be honest, I didn't expect as many people to get to the end. 60 minutes in them sort of conditions is a long time, especially with no real practice or prep. So no, really, really good. And I hope the rest of the events have a similar volume with the turnouts.
100%. There is all of the events on your screen. So round one done. Corvette C7Rs at Sebring on Wednesday. And then it's KTM GT4s at Zolder next Monday. Followed by, back on ACC, the Volvo S40 BTCC around Chang, Alpine GT4 around Paul Ricard, and then the Praga R1 at Thruxton to finish us off right at the end of this month. Loads going on, so get yourself on SGP, get signed up to both the Jimmy Broadbent page on their community, and also the oNiD one whilst you're there as well. But for now, that's our stream done for tonight. We will be back very, very soon. A lot of the oNiD events are kind of between seasons this week. So not as many streams this week as there has been, but we will be back really, really soon with plenty more action. So follow the oNiD channel and you can see us again. But for now, Johnny, Jimbo, thank you very much for joining me tonight and giving me a right good laugh.
Ciao.
Ciao indeed. Johnny, goodbye.
Yeah. Cheers, buddy, mate. Thank you.
And that's us done for tonight. Thank you very much.